Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
And by the way, every time that I hear Dwayne Wade, those words now are synonymous with dusty and crusty. I mean, this guy just needs to be put on the shelf and just dusted off.
Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com. Join me and special guest, three-time Major League Baseball All-Star and four-time Gold Glove winning second baseman Brett Boone this Saturday morning from 8 to 9 here on NBC Sports 920 The Game. Okay, and welcome back to the Sports Circus here on location. As you can see, we're in a fantastic place with a big building behind us where there's going to be a lot of action on Sunday evening at 6:30 local time. Pretty exciting.
Can't wait.
Are you excited to go to the game?
Yeah, of course.
This guy, he's like, hey, let's get some tickets. How much money is it? We're the media. Nothing. That's the best part about it. We don't pay media pass. You're in. You have to have all access though, right?
Yeah, right.
So tomorrow, actually it would be tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time in Las Vegas. Make sure you tune into 920 The Game AM for NBC Sports version of the Sports Circus. Tomorrow we have Brett Boone on the show. He is a multiple Gold Glove winner, All-Star, Silver Slugger, and we have a nice student-athlete segment that we're going to build into it. It's going to be fantastic. Make sure you tune in from 8 to 9 a.m. AM 920 The Game. So this segment is sponsored also by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company raise investment capital, sales, marketing strategies, rollouts. They will bring you from start point to acquisition. They know how to do it. They've been doing it for 25 years. You can reach them at 657-600-1876 or look them up at abtrustco, abtrustco.com, abtrustco.com, 657-600-1876. They've been doing it for 25 years. Give them a call. Tell them Sal sent you. Tell them Sal the bookmaker sent you. But no book and bets there is. All right? All right, so we're going to switch over to baseball now. We've already covered enough with the football. And, obviously we'll be in watching the game, in a couple of days. So, nonetheless, let's talk a little bit about pitchers and catchers. They're reporting in about 10 days. But first, I'll tell you what. Let me stop right there. This guy's a baseball expert. He's a former catcher. I'm a former pitcher. So, this ought to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Look into the camera right there and say hi to everybody you want to.
How's it going, everyone? It's Steven here.
Steven who?
Steven All Things.
Steven All Things, he says.
Yeah, that's who I am.
Okay, tell everybody about your background in baseball.
Okay, I've been playing for 20 years now.
Speaking to the mic.
I've been playing for about 22 years now, since I was about 4 years old.
So you're saying you're 26?
Yes, I'm 26 right now.
There's no lying in him. Okay. He looks like he's 12, but that's okay.
I can say I'm 12, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever the
I'm
heck
12.
you want to say. All right, he's 12 today.
I'm playing.
Right? So you're a catcher, but you also play other positions as well, right?
Yes. Third base, outfield, and some pitching here and there.
So he's really 9 guys wrapped up into one.
Yeah.
Really, when I first met him, I thought he was a utility infielder, maybe a second baseman, kind of built like one, but I could see the catcher. I can see that.
That's what I am.
As a pitcher, I look at guys like him and say, I got to hit that target. I need a bigger target. A little small for a catcher, but he works.
I'm good. I'm still good.
He's still good, he says.
A little small, but I'm good.
If you could be playing right now, where would you be playing?
You already know. Come on.
Where? No, they don't know.
Professionally?
Where?
Wearing the hat. Come on.
Well,
that's really where I'd like to be playing right now.
Okay. And so, that's another
where
discussion.
I'd like to start out right now, let's see, on some minor league team. That'd be nice.
Well, look at it this way. You've got a chance right now because pitchers and catchers are just reporting, and spring training is just getting in. Let's face it. College baseball season is in full swing right now, and let's face it. You've got 7 levels in the minor leagues. I mean, you really have 3 levels, but you have 7 different teams for all these different clubs. And with your experience, I think you're probably the caliber of a AA player. I've already been in the rodeo, and I already know that level of talent. The question is, can he refine the talent? Can he get to that level and maybe make the jump up to AAA or maybe play down the road in El Paso for the El Paso Chihuahuas, which happens to be the Padres AAA team, but they're a very good one. It's a very good one. And they play in Las Vegas over at Cashman Field, so when you get back to Las Vegas in the summertime, of course, you can go watch the Chihuahuas play. And that's a team that's stacked year in and year out with top talent. But the Padres system is constantly producing really good players. They just deal them off. Kind of like the Yankees always do that. Well, there's a lot of teams that do that. The Cubs have done that. Of course, I love the Cubs wearing, of course, my White Sox gear. Anyway, enough of them. But the fact is, I think there's a chance for you to catch on because, spring training is just kind of getting ready. And, when pitchers and catchers reporting in 10 days, we've had a lot of news. People are signing big contracts like Carlos Martinez for the Cardinals. Just signed a $51 million deal. $51 million deal. That's an extension. Wow. Right. And the precedent has been set. It was basically an arbitration deal. And so the previous arbitration deal came in at $38.5 million. And this guy hiked it up $13 million, but he's good. He is really good. The Cardinals got themselves a hell of a guy. He had 31 starts last year. His ERA was hovering right around 3. And I'll tell you what, in a division where they hit the ball, in that NL Central, they hit the ball, and I think he's an excellent keep for the St. Louis Cardinals. I don't know why players get paid so much, but I know at the going rate, this guy is worth the going rate. What do you think?
He's gonna make a good part of that team. So.
Well, look, he's already a very integral part of the team. This guy knows how to pitch in clutch situations, and you could bring him out of the pen to do long relief if you need to. But this guy is a starter, and I think he's going to be around for another 8-9 years, and he's going to be productive, and that's why they're paying the big bucks.
He's gonna make a big difference.
He's going to make a huge difference. I think so. Now, the one thing I don't like are the Indians. The Indians have been making some lackluster moves. They started out great when making the move for Encarnacion. I think it's a great move. Get rid of Mike Napoli. The guy's a choke artist. He doesn't do crap in the postseason. This guy's hitting a $150 in the postseason. Napoli, you're out. Sorry. It is what it is. But Encarnacion is a great addition. But what I don't like are the Indians going out and getting guys like Boone Logan. And Boone Logan's 32 years old. He's bounced around the league a little bit. He's one of the bigger free agents that are out there in the pitching game as a closer or reliever. But I remember Boone when he was with the White Sox. He wasn't that good. When you put him, he could throw the ball over the plate. There's not a problem with that. But this guy, when you put him in a situation where you got runners at the corner, so you got second and third, or even a man at second, this guy is forced to throw out of the stretch, and a lot of pitchers lose a lot out of the stretch. But one thing I don't understand is why there's a lot of pitchers that will start, even with nobody on base. They'll pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah.
They'll say it's a more controlled movement. But what it does is it takes velocity off your fastball and your curveball and your slider, etc. It takes 2 to 3 miles an hour off of that. Why would you do it? Tell me. Tell them. They're waiting.
Why would I?
Why would you go get a guy like that he's had his ups and downs as a reliever, and just to fill a roster spot? Is that what it is? Why would you do that?
He could be a part of the image they have there. I'm not
what
sure.
What image? Their images. Look,
he might have a fan base.
Get out of here.
They might sell tickets.
Get out of here. They're American League champions already. They don't need to enhance the image. It's them and it's Boston. That's it. Everybody else is way down the trough. But I will tell you this. In the offseason, the White Sox have really made big moves for their farm system. They have taken a farm system that's been depleted, and they have jumped them up to the top in their division, a division that really, let's face it, outside of Cleveland, as far as your front runner, there is no real strong farm system.
They learned from
who?
From the Giants.
Right.
They've been doing the farm system thing for a while.
They've got a great system. You must be a big fan of Buster Posey.
Yeah.
Well, as a catcher, one would think, right?
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan, so and a catcher, so.
Right. So anyway, I guess my point is, Cleveland's making some very questionable moves. And look, I don't know about paying Boone Logan $5.5 million for a year, even though it may be the going rate. I would put him more on an incentive-based contract. Maybe you pay him a couple of $1 million, and if you get over this amount of saves, then you get an extra $1 million. This amount of saves, another $1 million. Right. But the problem is with the save shows just how weak your starting rotation really is, right? Because if you got to go to the pen and you got to bring guys in, and I know the game has changed. Billy Beane changed the game. Tony La Russa really changed the game back in the mid-1980s. For basically go 6 innings with your starter, then you have a setup guy, then you have a reliever, and all that other crap. The problem is pitchers that come up as relievers, they don't have as good a stuff as your starters. So what you should be doing is stocking up with starters that can go deep into extra innings, or you can plug them in if a guy in the rotation goes down. I think that's where they really need to be.
They should invest in that.
Right. Why invest in closers? Because starters, they can get it done. And the classic example of that.
The image, I don't know.
Think about this. Dennis Eckersley. Everybody knew about Dennis Eckersley. One of the best relievers that the game has seen. He started out as a starting pitcher with the Boston Red Sox. And he migrated with the Oakland A's. You know, he bounced around the league, went to the Cubs. He didn't do so well. He's a .500 pitcher. But when Eck came to the relieving game, this guy was unbeatable. Unbeatable. And we'll pick up more of that on the other side in just a moment.